Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a rocky mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Sunday, April 25th, Monday, April 26th for those of you across the pond and beyond. Welcome to We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm so glad you guys could join us tonight. I'm your host, TessaTNT, and I hope you guys had an awesome week and a rockin' weekend so far. Tomorrow's the beginning of a new week, so, man, hold on tight. Maybe hold on loosely. Buckle down tight. Holy shnikes. I don't know. I'm going to do a birthday party for my 6-year-old tomorrow, and man, those are always so stressful. If you're listening live right now, you're listening to us on Spreaker.com. You can also find us on KPNL Radio, which you can find at kpnl-db.com. We're also simulcast live on there. You can find us on Periscope, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Tumblr, YouTube, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, as well as Podcast Addict. So tonight I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight we will be doing the Ghost Box Live with Mr. Bill Hauser. And Bill Hauser is also known as Can Dewey. He's an independent paranormal researcher and investigator. He was born in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and he lives in the West Coast, particularly in the city of Surrey, BC. He's a well-rounded investigator and researcher using different types of equipment on paranormal investigations in different locations. Paranormal activities are things that he is so passionate to do, and he has dedicated and committed himself to doing ghost hunting for over 20 years now. He has had his own experiences, but fearfulness did not stop him, yet was the key to widen his horizons and for him to discover new things and quest to find real answers and help others to deal with paranormal concerns. He uses a whole spectrum of different video and other paranormal devices to capture different evidence of the paranormal. Man, Bill, we've been doing this for quite a while, and it's been awesome to have you on. Man, it seems like every time we do this, it gets better and better. I think it was the last one or the one before that really, really blew our minds. It's been pretty intriguing.
Yeah, that was last month there. That was the full moon night. Considering tomorrow's a full moon too, so we should be in that same energy that's going around for the moon. So anyway, I'd like to say hello to all your audience members, wherever they may be. Just wish you well and keep up the fight against COVID in your special ways, how you like to do it.
And we also have with us psychic Chris Garcia. Bill had actually said, hey, I'd really like to have Chris Garcia on here because I'd love to have that psychic input, what he picks up on, as well as using the Ghost Box, which was, I think, a really awesome idea. Chris, welcome, and thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight.
You're welcome. It's always a privilege. And like I said, I thank Bill for for having me on. I mean, I don't know how to see myself as I'm just here as just to be an observer. And if I need my psychic gifts at times, yes, I will give you input. But like I said, it's not about the psychic readings tonight. It's more about the Ghost Box. So, but it's a privilege to be on, even though, it's different. But it's okay to me. I like different. And it's like, I guess you can say it's a challenge. And just getting out there, doing so many things. I've been busy myself. I'm pretty sure Bill's been busy, but it's a blessing this year, and it seems like there's more and more to come. And like you said, I think the last one we did was amazing. So yeah, it just gets better and better every time.
It really does. So you said things have been going really good for you, and you had mentioned how there was a time where we had a falling out with a group of people that we were pretty close to and that we trusted. And when that happens, it really, really gets you down. And I don't know, I was like, don't give up, Chris. There's something bigger and better for you out there. And man, it's been show after show after show for you.
Yes, that's the thing is that I think with being surrounded by people that love me and support me, And I know you support me. You've been there since shit. I don't even know. We can go way back as when you were with the other network. But thing is, it's an awesome journey. And then all these little opportunities, I see them as big opportunities. It's not so much I think the little things people think they're not big opportunities, but they do, and you just never know who might be listening. So the opportunity to be on with Bill, that's it's a blessing in itself. It could be a hidden blessing, and how do we not know what's going to come out of it? We never know, but that's not the whole point. The point is in reaching out and helping people, and but along with that, it kind of makes you wonder, like all the stuff that I'm giving out is like I'm giving tenfold back. So, but for me being featured on the show, it's amazing. So I thank you, Bill, as always.
Well, you're very welcome. You're a very gifted psychic, and I consider you even like a medium too. So you definitely have some special skills there that you can do. Yeah, it's good to have you on. You can add your little bit to your insight on something with a ghost box session I may do. So yeah, it's great to have you on board.
Anytime. I'm here as an assistant. I see myself as an assistant. That's why most of the time I'm just quiet, and then whenever you ask, what you think, then I'll talk. But most of the time I'm just like Tessa's assistant tonight.
Well, thank you for being my lovely, handsome assistant. So, Bill, you've been sending me, and this has been going on for quite some time, but some very interesting links on the news around the world today, and just touching casually on a couple of the first ones. The U.S. Strategic Command just casually tweeted about nuclear war, warns about preparing for nuclear war. Vladimir warning about the West crossing the line. I mean, there's so many crazy things going on in this world, and we've talked about this on past shows of how we feel things are going and such. Let's start with this nuclear stuff. What do you think?
Well, I think because Washington has a new administration there with President Biden, I think the Russians, I think, want to test out the administration, the new administration. So they're going after Ukraine. That's sort of a thing they've been doing in the past. So they've had a history of going in and meddling in their affairs. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stuff going around the world. South China Sea, a lot of crazy stuff happening there with the Chinese and Philippines and the other neighboring countries around there. So, yeah, and then on the COVID side, there's been a lot of interesting stuff going on about that too. So, one of the things is they had a demonstration in London in the UK there. Of course, they're anti-vaxxers and maskers and all that stuff, but however, it was a pretty large crowd that caught my attention in the news today.
And what was going on there again? They're just like going against the whole COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're protesting all the, all the different things that are going around. Apparently, England or the UK, I should say, is wanting to do the vaccination passport and all that. So that's not going over well with some of the citizens there. And of course, they're anti-vaxxers and all that too. So yeah, it's interesting. But, the crowds that accumulated with this was, definitely caught my eye. It wasn't just like a couple of hundred people. It was a big crowd.
Yeah, I know everybody, and we can all feel it. We're humans, we're used to that human contact, and I even know people that have said, I haven't hugged my mom in over a year, which if my mom was my mom that adopted me is still here, if I would still hug her, because I know I'm clean, I know she's clean. She actually got both her vaccinations, and so did my sister, because they're ready for Cancun in June, but I mean, I don't think they'd treat me any differently because they know where I stand on it. I'm of the perspective of, I've been a guinea pig before, being a part of the military, and for me this is experimental, and a lot of people don't look at it at that because they fully trust what's going on, but for me it's hard to do that, because not only are there short-term effects, but there's long-term effects that we still have not seen yet. So, I'm just trying to be cautious and safe, and I don't know. It's a really scary time for sure.
Yeah, it's a new styled vaccine with the RNA there. Yeah, I sent you a link with 60 Minutes. They did a special just recently, and it was very interesting about DARPA, that arm of the military in the United States, where, they're using a lot of chemistry and you name it, working on, getting the genosequence on these illnesses, like COVID-19 and all its mutated forms. So, yeah, it's pretty scary. I just seen in the news recently, India with their variant is supposed to be extremely resistant to the new vaccines that are out on the market. So, yeah, that's a concern. I know Canada, where I live, they just banned travel between India and Canada and Pakistan because of this variant. People were found to have it when they come into Vancouver. So they've basically stopped any travel for the time being. So that way, that variant is not too many here that have it, and who's here, they're being, medically detained, shall we say, until they get better.
Yeah, and that's how we were doing it at first. Not us, but like Australia did a really good job of when people come into the country doing like a 14-day hold just to make sure, somebody didn't pick up something along the way and they're going to pass it on, so on and so forth. And for some people still, they think this is not real. This is all just a hoax. And, I've heard the term plandemic, but I'm sure there's different, terminologies as far as that go. Different people see it as something different. I believe it exists. I'm not, in no way being held back or held down in any way, except for I have to do homeschool and my life is completely different that way. But yeah, otherwise I don't feel like my power's been taken away. When I wear a mask, I feel like I'm protecting myself and my family. And I don't really care what anybody thinks. It could work, it could not. I'm just taking every precaution that I can not to get it and not to spread it in my family.
Yeah, much the same for myself. Yeah, I'm taking precautions, but at the same time, I do believe it's a very real virus out there. So, yeah, I mean, some people call it the planned pandemic and that, but yeah, I mean, the anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers, they have their own agendas and so on, different camp of thought. I tend to be more on a reasonable thinking pattern on this. So I tend to, I think news articles that are informative, yeah, I like to share around and stuff like that helps. I put them on Facebook on different groups, and yeah, I'm finding the science of what DARPA's doing very interesting, but still there are some questions in place that their end goal is to eliminate the whole coronavirus family, and I don't think that's it's going to work out the way they want it. It's like taking out one gang, but another gang will come in and replace that gang. It's
Right.
the same kind of thing. Yeah.
They could be way worse than the first one.
Yeah. Nature has a way of doing things. So it seems that this virus, as it's moved around the world and, with its different variants, like especially the India one, that's become real nasty, and the UK one, and Brazil and that. So yeah, it takes on a whole new life of its own kind of thing. And so yeah, this is a virus that's kind of very smart in some ways if you look at it. It's moving in a progression that's definitely caught my attention.
Yeah, it seems. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, because it's just that I feel that it's kind of like scary, because I know people are taking their shots because they want to hug their families. But everybody's entitled to their own agenda, like Tessa said. I mean, if you do your precautions and you wear your mask, you still can do gatherings, but just make it short, small, not big. Um, but I just feel like what's funny that I'm bringing that up because I feel they're using this. That how Biden said, well, if I expect so and so to be fully vaccinated by July. To me, I just think that we're guinea pigs, and it's just sad because they shouldn't use the holidays because we do We actually like July the 4th, but it's been kind of like we all keep our distance, you know. But it is sad, and it's working at a weird way that how people are just dying, and you know all these other uh, COVIDs are coming around. So it kind of makes me wonder a lot about things, but I just keep my mouth shut on that subject.
Yeah, Chris, people have asked me, are you going to get the vaccine and all that? And, my thoughts on the vaccine is that's your personal choice if you choose to take it. So right now, I'm still on the fence about it. Maybe eventually I will, but I'm kind of like Tesla. I feel that there's still not a lot of questions about this vaccine that's been given out yet. There's still a lot of unknowns still. I mean, it's so new that in this class of RNA vaccination. So, yeah, I mean, this is really experimental, shall we say, in the medical community.
Yeah, you know it's weird that you say that. Remember when the flu shot first came out? I wondered if people were skeptic about that because the flu shot has been around for years. But I hope they don't use the flu shot as an excuse to that it has a similarity. But for me, I don't feel like these shots have any similarity with a flu shot. I feel like flu shot is very genuine, it's very authentic, and it's very truthful. But with these COVID shots, I've heard stories that they have these different chemicals in it from different animals. I don't know if y'all have heard that, but it's like, no, I'm not going to have something injected where, you know, that you'd never know that it could have a disease in the shot. So I'm just like, no. So, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah,
I've heard people
sorry.
talk about a chip being in there. There's going to be a chip in the vaccine where, they can track you and do whatever else. But I mean, we all have chips in our bank cards. We all carry around cell phones. I mean, we're already being tracked, so to speak. So I don't think it's anything like that, but I do think the beginning of this virus was experimental. I think it got out of hand real quick and they didn't expect that. I think they were doing like a test sort of thing, and yeah, it just went horribly wrong. Nobody's gonna admit to it, and it took us a long time to go in a circle. We all knew it started there, and then we all went out and tried to figure out where exactly it came from, and now we're back to square one, and man, it's been a real hoopla. It's been over a year now. It feels like 10. Seriously.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to say something about the flu shot. At least it went through, like a lot of other vaccines, through at least 10 years of research and study. As this new shot there, the COVID ones, basically they fast tracked it out within months. So the thing is by having a certain amount of time to test them out and all that, and the flu shot too. I mean, they use an egg for incubation periods, and of course, like some people, like my sister, she can't take the flu shot because she's allergic to eggs and stuff like that. So you have many different factors at play.
Yeah, that is true. And it really thinks because you know what the flu shot, it probably took years for it to for it to go through the FDA and all the big people, you know. But with this shot, to me it just doesn't make sense how they got the vaccine so quick. So that's kind of like very
Well, they
skeptical.
used it on emergency purposes to get it out there. That's what they claim. Actually, I sent you that link. If you look at DARPA and 60 Minutes there, it really, some of the key players are involved in the whole research on it. And they got the sequencing codes, shall we say, that they were able to give the drug companies to make these RNA vaccines. So, yeah, it's a totally different system from what we have seen before.
Yeah, it is scary though, but hopefully y'all guys, it's since I already said that I'm like Bill's and Tessa's assistant, you can call us at 970-335-9596. Again, 970-335-9596. So you can talk to Bill
You rock.
and you can give him a spirit box session and talk to your loved ones. Thank you, Tessa. I had to go there.
That's so cool. I
That's
didn't
right.
expect that.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely encourage people tonight to call in if you want me to do a ghost box session.
And don't be shy. We don't bite.
Hard.
You know what I
Nope.
was gonna say? I think
What's
it's
that?
kind of quiet. I think it's kind of quiet, Tess, tonight. I don't know if there's anybody in the chat room, but it seems on my end it's very quiet. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but it's very quiet tonight. Too
Yeah, for
quiet.
me, I've been doing overnight security the last couple nights, and so the first night I got off at 8, and then this morning I got off at 9, and then, it takes me a little while to wind down and get to sleep, and man, I have to try so many different methods. I'm like, okay, let's try this one. That didn't work. Let's try this one. Because your body is affected different ways from staying up all night. But I was finally able to get out, and I almost didn't do this Restream IO because I have a big pillow, and then I have this little freaking really tiny pillow for the size of my head, and it has lines in it, so I had lines on both sides of my face, just kind of engraven in there. I'm like, no way am I gonna do this live video stream, but eventually the lines started to come out of my face, so I was like, okay, let's do this, because I've been working really hard on it. I paid money for it, and I'm trying to get us out there. So we're on video right now. If you want to pop in there, you don't have to if you don't want to, but you can if you do. But this way we're picked up on even more places. But yeah, shadow people out the wazoo at the fairgrounds. Last time I did a job there, my car was actually hit by a shadow person, and I thought it was my husband playing a joke on me. Excuse me. And so my car was hit, and it shook back and forth like 3 times. And then I looked around in my rearview mirrors and stuff, and turned around looking in the back, and nobody's there. And then all of a sudden, I turned on my headlights, and I see this shadow person in like this football stance and running directly at the front of my car this time. But as soon as it hit like the headlight of my car, it dissipated. So I didn't get hit from the front, but I did get hit from the side. But the first night I worked, which was Friday, it was so active. They were everywhere. And then the second night, at first it was really slow, and then it picked up hardcore. I don't know if it's because the moon was covered with clouds last night, and then it kind of cleared up, and after that I started seeing them. But I don't know. It's weird how that works. It shouldn't really matter if there's clouds or not. And it could be like a trick of the eye, but not really. It was insane. Pretty fun. Keeps you awake and on your toes.
And honestly, I say that the energy, I think within the past few weeks, and it's funny how Bill was talking about the moon cycles, but I do believe that, and it was funny because one of my friends told me that she notices, well, back then it did, that she noticed that she felt like the moon cycles kind of affected my emotions empathically. So that kind of like made sense. So it just depends on how that affects you, because you really don't think about those things. But then when you look back at them, you're just like, well, you act like this when the half moon gets like this, or it gets a waxy moon. You just start noticing different characters or different personalities with people. And people don't believe that the moon does not affect people, but I'm being told it does. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on the camp of it does. It definitely, from my past experiences, from where I used to work, yeah, I remember seeing a lot of crazy people come down where I used to work during the full moon, sometimes the day before and the day after. You get the fallout of the full moon too. So you had different cycles that it went through.
Wow.
And you can ask like different hospitals, different paramedics, emergency workers, police. On full moons, a lot of things do happen. You know, you can ask the general person that doesn't work in a field like that, and they'll be like, nah, there's nothing to it. But you ask somebody that's out there and working with people every day, and they will tell you it does.
Yeah, yeah, your police, guys at work, or guys and girls that work in the prison systems, yeah, they know that it definitely has something. There's something to it. When the full moon cycle comes around, things get more active, more problems, more fights in the prison. Just a lot more headaches for the staff having to deal with it.
Wow, that's amazing. That
Bill, I can hear you rubbing your hands together, and it reminds me of a couple psychics I know, like when they're warming up and they're getting ready to do readings or on a house or a person or whatnot, they'll start rubbing their hands together. And I think it's just like warming up that energy. Like that's how you do a protective ball. You'll rub your hands together and then you'll form a ball and make it bigger and bigger and bigger until your shield is built. So I noticed that the other day watching a show, and I was like, Bill does that on this show. So I don't know about you, Chris. I think Bill has some like psychic or mediumistic qualities about him.
Honestly, I feel he does, but he just keeps that on the DL. I think he goes by, his ghost box. But I think he gets impressions of different things and feels things, but he just doesn't expose it. Because I know I have a friend named Mike that I interviewed a long time ago, and I told him, I said, I don't know why, but I picked up the psychic that freaking gifts. He started cracking up because he says, yeah, I've been told that, but I'm more of a researcher and a paranormal investigator, and I write books and this and that. So when I told him that, he's like, yeah, I have my gifts, but I don't use them, but I sometimes tap into them when I'm investigating and stuff. I really don't tell anybody. I keep that more hush hush. So it's kind of like, yeah. So I feel that Bill does the same thing.
Yeah, very similar. I've been told by some of our local mediums I'm more gifted than I give myself credit for. I tend to look at using a ghost box as electronic mediumship. Not everybody can use the ghost box in the ways that maybe myself and other really good researchers have used it, but they can definitely, through time, it's a skill you learn and so on. I took to it really fast, so for me it was easy, but for some people not so easy. But it's a form of electronic mediumship using a device like that. It's this way you get real time. It's like putting the ghosts on a speakerphone. That analogy.
Yeah, you with the ghost box reminds me of me with when I was younger, tarot cards, and then in my older years, the first time I used dowsing rods, or some people call them T-rods. Those things with me go crazy, and I get so many on-point readings, and I think it's a point of, you and I have a lot in common as far as our social anxiety, so on and so forth, that we kind of doubt ourselves. Like when we get answers and stuff, we kind of doubt ourselves, and so it's nice to have that sort of backup thing, whether it's tarot cards, T-rods, ghost boxes, whatever sort of equipment you might use. It's kind of like a comfort blanket, a little whoopee that you carry around with you to make you feel more comfortable and to reassure yourself that you are getting the right little ticks and whatnot going on with a reading. I love what you do with the ghost box, and I've never seen anybody do so well with it. Yeah, there's that, who is it, Steve Huff guy on the internet. He seems pretty on top of stuff, but I think he kind of goes overboard. You have a amount of respect using the ghost box that a lot of people don't. A lot of people use it as a toy, not a tool.
Well, guys like Steve Huff there too. I mean, he, I don't really want to do a lot of criticizing, but he's had some questionable practices that he's done. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Just hopefully guys like Steve realize that he's got a big following and he's got a great opportunity there. I mean, he is gifted to some degree. There's Chris Moon, another very gifted man. He was doing this way before Steve
Chris
Huff
Moon in the
did.
UK?
No, Chris Moon, he actually lives in your state in Colorado.
Oh,
He
wow.
was actually a good friend of the creator of the Ghost Box, and that was Frank Suption. Basically, Frank got him onto the Ghost Box, and he really took to it well. He was a medium already, but yeah, he was doing this long before Steve Huff came around. So, the funny thing is, a lot of people don't realize I started using the Ghost Box in 2010. That's when I first really started taking it seriously and using it. And that was the same year that Steve Huff started using it, I know.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, so that's very interesting. I like actually his earlier work that he did. He actually was very grounded in what he did. So, but now, unfortunately, yeah, he's kind of gone a little what we call Hollywood. So, but anyway, I just hope that he has a good opportunity there. He just needs to tap into that natural abilities using the Ghost Box.
Yeah, and with that great opportunity comes a lot of responsibility. It's kind of like that line on Spider-Man. With this gift comes a great deal of responsibility because there are a lot of people that look up to him and follow him. And, I've looked at what people have said about him and stuff, and he did go really hardcore Hollywood for a while. And then I watched a couple of his videos because that's what I do to get to sleep. I'll watch different paranormal videos and stuff to get to sleep because I find comfort in it. A lot of people find that weird, but for me, I could just like fall asleep to it. But it seems like he might be coming back this way as far as, using more responsibility and realizing that he does have a big following and he has a great deal of responsibility or weight on his shoulders as far as which way he goes with it. Are you going to go the true way or are you going to go, like you said, the Hollywood way? Because,
Well, when I use the word Hollywood, that can imply a lot of different things. So, yeah, I mean, he's been in a very questionable mode of things, but I'm not really going to get into a lot of that. I mean, we got guys today. There's this ITC Jesus guy out there on, yeah, I mean, he's using Ghostbox and different software and, different things. And, he's calling himself ITC Jesus. So, yeah, I mean, you got a lot of, very interesting characters, doing their thing out there on the internet. So, the thing is, I've always kind of kept it very grounded and, true to the heart to what I believe in. And yeah, so I don't do movie stars or entertainers or, stuff like that. That's just not my cup of tea. I will do historical figures and stuff like that. But definitely, you have to look at, there's different styles of people using the Ghost Box out there. I was talking to someone yesterday about that. And yeah, it just, there's different styles and people form their different ways of doing it. And, I've been doing talk radio now for about 11 years. So you get to know what really appeals to people. And it's, far as I know, as being very original and also very honest. I keep my work very
real.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, real. I'm very much a realist in that way.
Yep.
And I love you for it. And Chris, too. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad we're here together. We're forming this perfect triangle. It's going to be an awesome night.
Yeah.
We're building up to it.
You got your location where you are, having been in the Four Corner area, and you got Chris in Texas and myself up in British Columbia, Canada. So, yeah, it's very interesting. The energy is like last month's show was it was off the charts. We ended up having technical issues with all the wild energy going around.
Yeah. By the way, Tess, I'm leaving messages on people's messengers and sharing it out. So if I'm kind of quiet, don't mind me. I'm actually sharing it because I always do that when I'm always sharing the shows, no matter if it's me or a friend of mine. I always share my stuff out, and that's just what I do. And the thing is that what's funny that I'm mentioning that sometimes I kind of wonder, and this is one thing, I don't know if it's just psychically I'm picking this up, but I think some people like to know when shows are on, and others, I think they get tired of the bing, ding, 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 ding
Blink.
on Messenger. Yeah, and I feel like it annoys them. But then I asked them with a permission. I said, whenever I'm on a show or just friends of mine, do you mind if I share? And according to what they tell me through Messenger, they sound, I don't have a problem. But I do feel that some people just are kind of just, I don't mean to say this, but grumpy and they just don't like that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's just me psychically picking up on their emotions or what, but it's just something that I've been thinking for quite some time since I've been on radio too, like Bill has. So it kind of makes me wonder sometimes. I don't know about you, Tess, but what is your input on that, Bill, about people getting notifications on Messenger? Do you think some people have problems with that?
Well, I mean, if they don't like it, they can always unsubscribe if they're not happy with it. That's what, my feelings. I have notifications on my smartphone for news and that, but if I don't like it, I just unsubscribe. I mean, that's basically, plain and simple. So, the thing is what people need to know when you're doing the paranormal and all that kind of stuff too. You're very connected when you're doing this, and so yeah, I when I get Tessa's Facebook invite, I send it all around just to let people know about the show. The reason why I do that is it's self-promoting for myself, but it's also for Tessa and you too, Chris. It's about letting people know that the show exists at this time on the internet. So yeah, I mean, you have different things out there, people with different thoughts on stuff, but I don't really get into a lot of the paranormal drama crap. That's not my thing, right? So I'm an
Yeah.
independent. I just kind of do my own. I'm considered like a rogue in a lot of ways, but I do work with people, so I'm not completely shut off.
I think of you, you're a rogue guru, like you're rogue, but you're a guru in your field, and you're kind of like me, like a duck going through the water, and if water gets splashed on you, you just let it roll off your back, and you keep doing your thing, and there's things that ring true with you, and there's things that don't. The things that do ring true, you share. Things that don't, you don't. And like you were saying, Chris, like you send these messages and these invites and stuff, and you feel bad because you feel like people are being bothered. Maybe they're in a bad mood that day and they're like, hey, why are you sending me this crap? But for the most part, people do want to be included and people do want to be invited. And I think more often than not, they appreciate it. So the ones that are not appreciating it or don't want to be involved in it, sorry, and just learn from that and don't take them off the send list or whatever. Or maybe they're just looking for, they hear that ping and they're looking for that personal interaction, like somebody reaching out to them one-on-one, and when that doesn't happen, then they get even more irritated, you know what I mean? So, I mean, there's different things going on in this time. I've noticed recently, with the pink moon coming up, supposedly that's supposed to be a really emotional moon, and I've been really emotional for the last 3 weeks. I don't know how many times I cried on the after party. I'm like, you guys, we gotta stick together. This is really important. But I mean, I'm feeling a lot of emotion because things, we've been going through this roller coaster, and it just seems to impact, and with this pink moon, I think it's a combination of all that stuff combined that is kind of funny and interesting to look at ourselves and everyone else and to see what the whole impact is on us as human beings or spiritual beings having this human experience. It's been pretty interesting to see how we react to so many things.
Yeah. Well, we're living in interesting times, and then having, the ability to talk to spirits like I do and stuff like that. It's amazing what comes through the ghost box. They talk about COVID, and they talk about other things. So, yeah, it happens. So it's very current, shall we say? But when it comes down to the haters and all that, yeah, I've had my fair share of them too. I just ignore them. I like the critics because they keep me in check. That's how I look at the critics. They keep me in check. They keep me honest. I've had some people who are basically our sound engineer type people, and they got all the great software to analyze audio. And they told me they've looked at my stuff, and they said that it's pretty good what you're doing. They just said one thing was very interesting is you're getting a lot of the low frequencies that we aren't able to hear unless we amp them up through special software. So that I found very interesting. But I find they keep me in check too. So they keep me honest in this field.
That's good. I mean, because that's what you need, honesty, and that's what
Yeah,
I've been,
yeah, yeah.
been so good.
I appreciate the critics and these guys that do the audio analyzing of my work, and probably they do that too with other people. And I think that's great. It keeps people in check.
Yeah, and it keeps people, that sometimes it's just what it is for what it is, and some people just don't understand. And but yeah, you learn a lot from different shows, and I don't feel like, some people, I like as I said, some people just have a bad day and bad day at work, and they're like, why are you sending me this crap, But the thing is, if you feel connected, then call. But if it's not your preference, and you have a kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? If you have this kind of skepticism, or if you feel like, oh, that's a very good subject, I'm actually being told from spirit. If you think the spirit box is like a Ouija board, my philosophy on that, I guess you could say like it's a doorway to the other side. But you do have to take precautions of it. I personally feel that it's not like the Ouija board, because the Ouija board is worse. It's something that can come out that you can explain, because it's just a board and you just look, it's just alphabet, letters, and numbers and stuff like that. But it has more of a, I guess it's more of a vortex. It's
Yeah.
really
Well, it's also using your desire, intentions, and so on, to get results, and you're anticipating something with the other people using that board and the planchette. So, yeah, I mean, Ouija board, you really got to know what you're doing if you're going to use that. It's I know some people use it quite regular, but they take the precautions, just like I take precautions using the ghost box. So, yeah, the ghost box operates on a whole different concept than the Ouija board.
you know,
I just recently heard somebody say using these different, like, newer apps and these ghost boxes and such are just like, back in the old days using a Ouija board. It's the same thing. And you kind of have to look at it like that. You have to use a certain amount of respect, open it correctly, and make sure you close that bitch down. Do not leave it open. Close it down. Like, I love the way Bill says, well, thank you for your time. Goodbye. And the way he says it, you could feel that in his voice and his emotion. Like, he really truly has that respect, and he really means it. That he comes with respect, and he's appreciative of the time he has. And you can tell he enjoyed it by the way the way he says goodbye. The way I hear it, to me, it sounds like, he really does have that respect, and he does care, and he's closing it out correctly.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to do that, or else, down the way, if, like, for example, if you're using a ghost box in a cemetery or somewhere like that, chances are, if you're not closing it off properly, you're going to get an attachment and bring something home, and then it's going to cause you a little bit of problems down the way. So, yeah, you have to use caution, but also respectability where the location's involved, and be polite. Don't start yelling and swearing at them, or I've heard different people use different ways of communicating, but that's something I wouldn't recommend, is yelling and swearing at them. That's not a good way to go about it. No, you're just going to bring on negative forces.
Yes.
You don't
I mean,
challenge spirits so willingly, and you're going to have to really watch if you do that, because they may take up your challenge.
uh,
No,
and,
no, no. Yeah, they have a different way of tackling the issue as opposed to us. So I wouldn't recommend that kind of way of doing it. Let's go and do a ghost box session now, because we've been talking for a little while, and just kind of freely I'll talk about stuff, or you can ask questions there, and then hopefully that'll encourage. Yeah, yeah, I see the caller. Yeah. Okay.
Hello?
Oh, here we go. Hello.
Hey guys. I always get good. I always get sidetracked and I have to hang up. It's okay. It's all good. How's everybody doing?
Very good.
Doing
How are
very good
you?
tonight.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. Hanging in there, good. Can't complain.
Okay, Sandra said I was
chaos.
muted, which I'm really good at doing, but I was saying I'm trying to add her on, and I was like, I don't know why I said her, because it could be a guy, but I feel like it's a her. I'm going to call her back. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, sorry you guys, I was muted. I do that. Too many things to do, too many buttons. So who are we talking to?
Eva in Chicago.
Oh, hey Eva, how are you?
Nice to talk to you again.
Good. Yeah. I was like, nobody's calling in. Where's everybody at?
I think it's just like I said when I feel like some people just get annoyed of the messenger, and psychically I feel like I'm really picking up on annoying people. So I think that's probably why people don't want to call in, or they're like, oh, it's the same thing. But I guess it's just, like everybody, if you really want to talk to the spirit box, I would recommend calling, because you never know what might come through for your loved ones, or whatever kind of question. You just
I
never.
mean, remember the last time when I called?
My
Yes.
mind was so blown, it was insane.
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah.
That was a session, but it did. So, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You should
And
just
that's why
kind
I
of
was like-
explain to the audience exactly what exactly happened there with your family member, so they understand if they didn't listen on that last show last month.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
basically, the light, and I said a whole bunch of other interesting stuff, and, confirmed, I was like, okay, well, he just passed, so he's seen the light. It basically really a mind-blowing session.
Yeah, it's like, I've always used the analogy that using the ghost box like that, it's like having it on a speakerphone to the spirit world. And when something like this does happen, yeah, we get confirmation and so on. So, yeah, especially when we didn't, like where I was, I didn't know exactly what was going on, the circumstances and everything. But, yeah, after that session, everything kind of unfolded and you explained it. So, yeah, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just amazing. It was amazing for me.
Too, my mind is
I don't know
still
how to
blown. Now that
explain
I'm
it.
thinking back on it, I'm like, holy crap. But like compared to how you sounded then and how you sound now, you sound really good. And you did say, I let it go. I'm letting them handle it. I think that weight off your shoulders is really helping a lot right now, hopefully. Because that is such a stressful place to be. A friend of mine just lost his brother. My mechanic lost his brother this week. And he's trying to be hard, but I can see through his armor. I'm like, yep, you just kind of internalize things, but I could hear it in your voice last week. So have you heard anything from your uncle since he passed? Or what about the guy that was involved? How is he doing? Has he given up, tried to give up the reins and he's doing something else? Or have you guys come to a stipulation?
My sister has been speaking with him about the pipe, and because his son that never speaks or talks to anyone has been talking our ears off. And he said he wants the pipe, but he is not in any place to have it. And that's what my sister was speaking with the other guy. He's like, well, if he wants it, he has to stop drinking and stop doing drugs. And he has to learn about it and learn, how to handle it and, what it's meant for. And, and if he's willing to learn to do this and he's willing to, change his path, then I'll give it to him.
So
he agreed to that.
Yeah. He says he agrees. Hopefully he follows through. Like with my brother, when my dad died, he had a small portion of ashes in a little tiny urn. And I didn't want to give it to him because he's been addicted to drugs for so long, was never stable, always moving from place to place. And I'm like, until you get into a stable place, I don't feel comfortable giving you these ashes. And then finally I was like, who am I to say or whatever? Like, this is not my place. So I gave it to him. Next thing I know, I swear to God, and this is like one of the most disgusting things I could ever say to any human being, but he snorted my dad's ashes. Like, not all of them, but a line of them.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah, I just wanted to touch base with the full moon and everything. I just wanted to, see if anything came through, any messages or anything.
I'm so excited
just moving forward. I know they have a lot to say to me. So. Yeah, because we, like I said, like one of his sons that never speaks or never talks to anyone has just been calling me at random hours while he's been drinking, just blabbing my ear off, because we never got to know them.
Yeah.
Drunk Island.
We knew them for like a brief period during our young child years. And basically, we've been separated ever since. And we're all in our mid-40s.
Well, and you said he never really reaches out to anybody, so it's kind of an honor that he is. I don't know. I think he really needs somebody, and maybe he's starting to realize things. Maybe there's a little peak of light through the end of that dark tunnel that he's been on. I don't know. There's so many different ways. Yeah.
But there's so many people that are not in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's trying to decipher stuff between them and us. But then I see like some shadiness come through, and I'm just kind of like, do we really want to go down that path with them? Like, my sister just wants to cut them off and like have nothing to do with them.
It's a hard place to stand, And where do you begin? Where do you end?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, do you want to expose yourself to that family trauma that you're still going through,
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to know when to go in, when to not, and when's the best time. And I hate because we have to go to our first musical break. So I guess we'll talk for a little bit longer about this or something. I don't know. Or we could do your reading really quick, and then we could go to a musical break. What do you think we should do, Bill? You think we should do the ghost box real quick and then go, or go and then do the ghost box?
We could do it after, because to give a really half decent session, we need a little bit of time. So let's go for a break, and then we'll start going into the sessions, because we've had 1 hour of talking there. So because people definitely want to hear the ghost box. I know that. So
for sure, me too. Okay, so on this break we have Miss Tamara Bubble with Cute Panties. We have Mr. Britt Casey with Mr. Cellman. Tamara Bubble again with Out the Mud, and then Roy Washington, who is our musical host with Subliminal, as well as Tamara Bubble again with Laundry. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this musical break.
Yeah. Bubble on that. Yeah. Real cute. On the way. To be honest, I don't really wear many. I don't even really rock panties. Let me be clear, I'm used to getting a few new big pair each year from my granny. Couple sexy ones that might come off, and I done had way too much Henny or drunk text go out. They come and eat the sweet juicy pie down there, I'ma go that route. But now, nigga, wrong song. I only need a couple of bars to turn you on. That's why I started mentioning that lingerie, but pull her to the studio with some long john. This verse about to take a turn for the worse, and all them cute panties gonna be long gone. Cause the hating niggas that I wrote it for, they ain't afraid of wordplay, that's why they wrote this for. So I'ma drive them wild. Thinking one day they might hit all about my boy shorts, G-strings, slutty thongs, even put them edible panties on the cover so they wonder how that bubble tastes. You can stay mad, be miserable, old, predictable, maybe not even applicable. But yeah, you typical. Check your mans if it ain't you, cause way too many queens rocking shades cause they eyes black and blue. Way too many dudes putting real soft. Prefer the lace of satin or the silk, cause I'm pretty little rose. They gon' hang off your balls. Look at you, sitting pretty, yeah. You the type that rock them cute pennies, yeah. Come here, you cute, yeah. Real cute, you hating on a female. Cute, real cute. Why you mad we getting money? Maybe that's why you sag. Let them punish out. Oh, by the way, cute pennies, bro. Real cute. Grown man, big boss, taking shots from a penthouse love. Talking trash, he making big calls. Yep, then again, that's only till his phone got off. Come again, yeah, his phone got disconnected. But don't worry, he be back online hating in a second. Back at the crib, remember she paid her phone and the rent. Squash a nigga vegetables off. Now he souped up in my mentions on some vegetable, bro. Leaving comment at the comment, you that thirsty, drink vomit. I promise I ain't never seen nobody when had so much time to hate me. Be honest, is you mad at me? Or the fact that I'm grinding? It's a fact that I'm winning, son, I really be shining. Why you pressed on my diamond? You ready to swing on this little bitty girl, so don't tell me I'm lying. Way too many dudes putting hands on the broad. That make you feel like a man. Mishandling a weaker vessel, yeah, you saw. Yo, look, it's way too many dudes only wanna spar. But ain't got no conversation, only wanna gossip and recall. Why kicks in these grown dudes, I got a broad dating like some broad. Why kicks in these dudes, letting these girls fighting on the stopper to record. These little niggas online, the worst part, lame hoes got a squad. And all they do is dislike the females doing interviews with that nigga blog. I be like, come in, big boy, take off them drawers. I just came from shopping, let me slip you into something real soft. Prefer the lace of satin or the silk, cause I'm pretty little rose. They gon' hang off your balls. Look at you, sitting pretty, yeah. You the type that rock them cute pennies, yeah. Come here, you cute, yeah. Real cute, you hating on a female. Cute, real cute. Why you mad we getting money? Maybe that's why you sag. Let them punish out. Oh, by the way, cute pennies, bro. Real cute.
Hello? I'm trying to call my baby, but it's poor reception, though. Cause she ain't picking up. Hello? Listen, Mr. Operator. I've been up all day and I'm trying to dial my baby's number. See, it only rings straight to the machine. 617. Now I know something must be wrong with this cell phone, cause my baby knows she wouldn't hang up on me. So tell me what's going on. I see most of the time phone only ring twice. How you doing, boo? Cool, how's your date? Nice. Now she ain't picking up, plus a text her. Put it to your plane, she's the one to get next to. It's not just the way, it's all day with affection. I'm hoping this detection is poor reception. Straight to the machine, mean it's like clicking my call, get connected quick. I'm saying, hey, Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Why she ain't picking up, yo? I see
It was really
now I mean to be any bother operator, but could you just check and connect this call for me? Cause I know she's on. Now see, the first time I call, I'm like, maybe she working. And the second time I call, I'm like, little bit hurting. But the third time I call, I'm like, going berserk. And now half a day gone, can't get her on the horn. Usually in the morning, maybe it's something wrong. I mean, she wouldn't take this long to call back. See, we tight like that, she's supposed to be mine. So could you please try it one more time? Hey, Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but get click every time. Why she ain't picking up, yo? For some reason, it's like she ain't home. Just wanna get my baby on the time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but can't click every time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see there's something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but can't click every time. Mr. Cellular Phone Man, I see something wrong with my line. I try to dial my baby's number, but can't click every time. Why she ain't picking up, yo? Why she ain't picking up, yo?
I get the feeling, can't help but feeling. I get the feeling I'm too me time, and I'm okay on land or out at sea. Soak up the heavens in the daytime. Promise you'll keep sunshine on my feet. Somebody pinch me, this is juicy, juicy. Squeeze out this warm glow on my cheek. Sweet dreams hold me doing.
See you, Roy Washington, man. What's happening, man?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. They never say it in words, but in deeds wars declared. Justice is gone and the sight's none to spare. Especially the kingdom encased in melanin. But these suckers are weak, kings and queens will ride again. Come on. Slackers with badges, the white sheets and the maggots. Watch them fall as I tag them because I'm better than average. A sharpshooter with words with my eye to the scope. Can they escape when I've donned the black cape? Is hell no. I'm a ninja for right, who can vanish from sight. Pick you off in the night, but still the Lord is my light. Perceiving all you see, the truth behind the scenes. Instead of jumping bandwagons, the light says believe in me. Cause you're a puppet, no doubt. 45th turned you out. Though I saw your lips moving, no sound came out. So I was sent from the heavenlies, born so you could find me. Swam the scene and stream, took flight during the 90s. Landed in grace, wrote a verse of hip hop. Got with Jay and found the taste was smooth as butterscotch. We had hood love and money. Problems, they be on me, but we stayed in the flow. It had juice like Manolo.
They can try to oppress, you can try to impress. Cause after success, none less. You can look in my eyes, you can feel it, my vibes. the soul subliminal. Got God on my side, I ain't worried about none. If it ain't about money, then it ain't about none. Laughing at my enemies, I know they see me coming. If it ain't subliminal, they can't even see me.
Politics and violent shit. I'm here to raise the consciousness for every face and race up in this nation trapped in poverty. Diamond in the rough, need to cut, shape it, and polish it. Bad thoughts cripple life. We can be an optimist. We can be an optimist. Reconstruct apocalypse. Broke people always hating. Mix me with that gossiping. Rose up in the concrete. Rain and sun, I'm blossoming. My people need to be like kind of Velcro, then we conquer it. They can try to oppress, and you can try to impress. I'm just after success, none less. You can look in my eyes, you can feel in my vibes. Key down the side and it's so subliminal.
Got God on my side, I ain't worried about none. If it ain't about money, then it ain't about none. Laughing at my enemies, I know they see me coming. If it ain't subliminal, they can't even see me coming.
The 45th is a joke, and he's weak in disgust. He plans to divide, but there's no stopping us. If we have to fight, go toe to toe for our lives, we prevail and got sight, cause only light I recite. I blow my lyrics like a shotgun, camouflaged inside the tracks. Now watch the suckers run. Now moving fast enough, hands up, now here I come. I designed 50 ways to make this murder fun. I spit the lyrical rain that coat the concrete, that give life and take form. Arise and walk the street. Am I the greatest to spit? Feel the spray and we'll see. Let it dry, all the lies and the truth will point to me. Even when surrounded by a million MCs, I'm the one under the sun who's the greatest of these. I got the Holy Ghost juking and tapping while I'm rapping. Sticking and moving like Roy Jones, I'll make it happen. Even animals move when the novelist is rocking. My doggy started barking, his ears just a flopping. Subliminally, I penetrate camps like an enemy. Flicking the lights, cancel sight, cause you're not seeing me.
They can try to oppress, and you can try to impress. I'm just after success, none less. You can look in my eyes, you can feel in my vibes. Live a king down inside. And it's so subliminal.
Got God on my side, I ain't worried about none. If it ain't about money, then it ain't about none. Laughing at my enemies, I know they see me coming. If it ain't subliminal, they can't even see me coming.
Ayy, get up on that washer, hit the spin cycle till I come home. The way where I'm at, I'm out here breadwinning, so don't hit my phone. Shoulda never gave you treats like that. You got a sweet tooth and won't leave me alone. And every time I try to get some sleep, I wake up cause you doing me wrong. Nigga, up under covers, used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Ain't playing, think I'm playing. I'ma have you doing them dishes too. Better lick them plates clean, be grateful for this delicious food. Why you want no fours? What you scrubbing floors cause you want some more? But you like it dirty, you is so dirty, you like it dirty. Sneaking up under covers, used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Sneaking up under covers, used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? First of all, I was sleeping. And second of all, why you creeping? Third of all up on me, rubbing like conditioner that you be trying to leave in. Relax, love, keep breathing. And I would say keep cleaning, but you like it dirty. You is so dirty. You like it dirty. Sneaking up under covers, used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like who doing laundry? Who doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Who doing laundry? You doing laundry? Who? You doing laundry? Get up on that washer, hit the spin cycle till I come home. The way where I'm at, I'm out here breadwinning, so don't hit my phone. Shoulda never gave you treats like that. You got a sweet tooth and won't leave me alone. And every time I try to get some sleep, I wake up cause you doing me wrong. Sneaking up under covers, used to fight it, but I love it. Hate it that you got me weak, cause now we ruin all these sheets. Like who doing
You're so dirty. You like it dirty, yeah? Undercovers. Yeah, she like it dirty. You're so dirty. You like it dirty, yeah?
Welcome back, you guys, and thank you so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. Tonight we have Mr. Bill Hauser, aka Can Dewey, as well as Psychic Chris Garcia, and we're doing the Ghost Box Live tonight. Welcome back, you guys, and thanks so much for hanging out and doing this show. I'm so excited.
Yes, me too.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And we got Eva on the line. Eva, oh man. Okay, so you were on last month. Yeah, that was the show that really blew my head off at least like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, wow, how to regenerate my head that many times. It was so mind-blowing. And you sound good because I think you let this go. So did you have a question as far as what's going on after, you've let this go and you're letting things like kind of fall into place, etc.?
Yeah, I'm kind. I let my sister take the reins, and I just want to know, if we're going in the right direction, and if there's anything they want to say in regards to, my uncle's sons, and basically, or if there's anything they just want to say in general, I just want to, have an open ear and just be like, okay, with the full moon energy and everything that, I think it's a great time to talk to, spirit.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's
Okay,
emotional
Eva, well,
pick-me
let's...
time. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's do a session for you, Eva. I'm edging to do a session here. We'll turn it on. Hello. I would like to ask, you don't have to worry, I come in peace. I want to know, Eva, I have Eva here. She can listen in. Is she doing okay in the sense of the passing of her uncle? Is her family going in the right direction? Is Eva personally going in the right direction now? Would you have a message for Eva? Interpret. Oh, okay. What do you mean by that?
I don't mean
Passing away? Okay. What else would you like to say to Eva? Do you have a message in particular? She in the right direction now? In her own personal life? Anything else you would like to say? Regarding Eva? Wow.
Ideas.
You guys talking amongst yourselves. Want to talk to Eva? Is Eva in the right direction now after her uncle passing away? Okay.
Hello?
I see. Okay.
That's great.
Who else is there that has a message for Eva? Maybe a family member from the past that's looking into us.
Ain't not playing with that jacket. I mean it. Get the fucking jacket away. Why do you keep playing?
Who else
Why
is
do
there?
you...
Are you part of Eva's family from the past? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay, that was very interesting. A lot of
I don't
stuff
know
to
if
go through.
Eva, are you still online? Eva.
Did we lose Eva?
I was just gonna tell you guys. She messaged me in my old chat. It's called the Christian's Room, and she said that she got disconnected. Number one, I her,
And my computer went nuts.
And then she said, okay, she says she's trying to listen. She says I'm on the line so she can hear. But the thing is, I'm welcome. And then I did my hidden truth cards, and it said that he knew he was a distraction from the pain, and that he lost himself for a while. And that was from the Oracle deck. There was a lot of spirit talking. I do feel that they welcomed him. So I feel like he wasn't ready to go, but it happened.
His time. Yeah, it was his time. He wasn't ready.
Yeah,
He wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And that's what I did pick up. So,
yeah.
But go ahead, Tess.
Well, it was kind of like a surprise for him, I feel. Like, he knew it was coming, but he wasn't quite ready. He thought he had more time. So he's trying to get stuff together, but not in time, because my middle name is procrastinator. I can see others in my field. But what I got in this, and it was funny, it was kind of like a joke. This is a test of the National Broadcast System. But I got, this is a test. We are here. We see. Come on. It's all right. What is it? It's done. And then it said Goonies, and when I heard that, I'm like thinking of the movie Goonies, where everybody can kind of connect to that. They're behind you, like what? Can't you read it? Interpret. Just what I said is there in font. We are there for you, right there now. In Ethel Park. I don't know what Ethel Park is, or if anybody knows what that is, but it sounds familiar. I've never been there, but Ethel Park sounds familiar. I heard Joe Biden speaking in text 4 weeks. We are in the hole. It's me. Why? Going forward, Jim, in tow, paying for it. It's hard. We are here in the light. No jokes. We are here. We are in the dark. It's hard. Carry on. The answer, when you get it, is so hard. Let's look. And then there was, I don't know if Eva or somebody else, but a kid in a woman background where I couldn't really hear what was going on, but it said, let's look. Eva said she got disconnected, so that sucks.
I know.
Yeah.
But she said that she was on the line, so I don't know if she's on the line on speaker or she's just put it on mute. But Eva, I did feel that, he was not ready. He did feel lost when his body went, his spirit went out of his body. And that's why, like he said, I got lost for a little second, because he thought that he was still in his body. But you know how they say the energy force when we die? When we come out, when we die, all we have is just the orb. And that's our body, that's our life.
Yeah, it's our ball of energy. We're just a spiritual being driving around this human carcass. He thought he had more time, at least a week or two more, and it got cut off short. Surprise! The end is here. So I think he was at peace with it, although he was surprised by it. He didn't think it would be so soon, but it did happen. I think he knew it was going to happen, but yeah. I don't know. I think things are going to work out. I feel like Eva sounds much better than she did last time we talked to her.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I felt like in my heart that she was more at rest. That's why I was like, you sound so good, sister. Like, I was so happy for her. And she's like, I still know. Yeah. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. Let me think about this. But I do think she's feeling better about what's going on. We have a calling in right now. Let's see if I can get it in here. Oh, my goodness.
Online. Am I on the line?
Yes, you're here. Hello, welcome back.
Hi, sorry, I had to meet my kids. Started getting a little ruckusy.
Yeah, I heard that.
We talked to.
But it sounds like everything's going to work out. That's what I feel like. What, Bill?
Some of the other people in the chat room, what were they picking up on with the Ghost Box session? I was just curious to see.
I haven't gotten anything so far. Rosie was saying, oh, this is the lady I was thinking it might be. I thought of when you mentioned of giving many things was a person's items. The items hold energy, even blankets and clothing. Be so careful what is offered to whomever. Hold on one second. And then I just read off what I got, and then Eva said she got disconnected, Sandra said she missed it, and she got kicked out also. So we had some technical issues. Hopefully it's recorded on YouTube and Periscope and whatnot. Wherever else you're listening, it should be there. But still, like, that is so frustrating that we don't have the inputs that we generally do.
Coming through, yeah.
Yeah, what did you get,
There was
Bill?
a lot of... Well... I'm just going to go by my impression was it seems that it's hard to explain, but basically there was a number of spirits speaking up. Now, maybe some are related to Eva's family or have some connection down the way, but however, it's hard to explain in words for me, but I mean, it was an interesting session, no less about it. From comparison to last week, this was a lot more milder, but they definitely were telling us something.
Yeah, my head was popping off my body or nothing, but I feel like Uncle Joe, is that his name? It was Joe, right? Joe?
I think so.
Uncle Joe, for me, I felt like he's at peace with what's going on. He trusts guys. You can't take everything to the side. All this material shit really means nothing. It's all about family and relation and that spiritual interaction and contact that you have in life that really means something. But for us on this side, a lot of times material things do mean something because that kind of connects us to the people that we've been living with, raised with, so on and so forth. Like, that is our connection with them, even though you might not have had that spiritual connection. Maybe it's through their properties that we have it, but he feels at peace with it. He's all good with it. Just like you sound to me, sister. You sound like you're so much better. You feel so much better than last time you called in. And I think everything's going the way it should. Just let it go and everything will work out. Uncle Joe, I think, feels the same. He's like, it is what it is, and we're all good.
Yeah,
so how do I know if anything came in through me? Because I got on the show pretty late.
Oh, who's this? Who are we talking to? Is this Nicole?
Yes, sir. It's Nicole.
Oh, we were doing a reading for Eva.
Yeah, is Eva still here?
Okay.
Eva?
Yeah, it hung up. That's my friend Nicole.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that. Not trying to cut you off, but yeah, just make sure we take care of Eva. Eva, if you're listening, just know everything's going to work out the way it should. You can't take anything to the other side with you except for love and that experience that you have. So Uncle Joe is just good with everything that's going on, and he trusts you guys, you and your sister and whoever else is taking care of his properties. He knows you're going to do a good job. You have the best intentions, and you're doing great. Don't worry about it. Don't let it stress you. And like I said, you sound so much better than you did last week, so I'm so happy for the progress that's happening.
Okay, we have a new caller here. What
Who
would
is our
they
next
have?
caller?
Yeah. I see some number up though, so I'm assuming that it's another caller there.
Let's see. Area code 337. Who are we talking to?
Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle. How are you?
What's up, girl? That's a friend of mine. That's
Wasabi.
That's a friend of mine, Tess. That's the one that I told you about the case when it's her friend Garcia. So she's the one that she found me. When did you find me, Michelle?
I found you months ago. It's probably been about 6.5 months ago. I was just really reluctant to
and I found her.
You, but
Yeah, and but
Hey,
tonight.
Mosquitoes out here, Leah.
Yeah, but if you, I don't know who's first. But you want to ask the spirit box a question?
Well, yeah, I was looking in order, and I believe it is area code 337. Is that you, Michelle?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
All right, you're next.
So,
Okay.
what is it that you want to ask? What did you want to ask?
What is your question?
Honestly, I was just saying, I don't really have like a question, unless you just want to give it a go and see what it says.
Kind of do a freestyle, just let it go, and I'll ask questions randomly. Well, sometimes I enjoy doing that. Yeah, okay.
Contact my mom. She passed away.
Well, okay. Yeah, we could do that. So, your name again is
Michelle.
Misha. Okay, we'll see if we can get a hold of your mom. Hello.
I heard that. Wow. I heard that.
I have Misha here.
Michelle.
She's listening in.
Michelle.
She wants to talk, or she wants to hear her mom. Is her mom there? Yes. Oh, okay. You have a message for your daughter. She can hear you.
Okay,
You have a
I love
message
you,
for
Mom.
her. She's saying she loves you. What would you like to say to your daughter? Hey, Mom, what would you like to tell your daughter? She really like to hear you. Are you doing okay on the other side? Are you at peace?
I'm hearing music now, and I heard something about music. What you needed.
Huh?
No, I'm talking. No, it's what you needed. What is what you needed? Is what I need.
Yes.
Who else is there? We wanted to talk to Miss Mom. Does she have a special message for her daughter?
Did I just hear that too?
What
What?
up to what?
Hold
Can you
on.
explain?
We'll tell you after.
Can you explain? Wake up to what? Is that for Misha? Is she on the right track, Mom? She doing okay? Is she on the right track in life? Do you have any advice for her?
Said her name. I heard that. She said Michelle. I heard her.
Don't quit. Well, we never tried to.
Mama loves you. I heard that. I heard that too.
Thank you, Mom. That's good. She's heard that now. Do you have something else you'd like to tell your daughter? Something of importance, maybe? Something that she needs to know?
Did she just say my name? Oh, got it. I need to know that I'm helping her too. I thought I heard my name. I'm saying shit. No.
What else would you like to tell your daughter there, Mom? Misha's mom? What else would you like to say to your daughter?
I told you. That's what I heard. I'm hearing music in the background. Michelle? Music in the background. I can't make it out, so I'm trying to listen. Hold on.
So is Misha on the right track in life, Mom? Huh? I see. Okay, we're going to be ending the session soon. Is there something in final you'd like to say, Misha's mom? Okay, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
Wow.
Oh, that was
She said that she loves you, Michelle.
That's the most important message.
What did you get, Tessa?
Like, what all did she say? Because I could barely make it out.
I know.
I got a lot.
Let's see what she tells you. Go ahead, Tess.
Okay,
Tessa.
so let's see. I got... The earth is whack. Yes, it's me. It's the foundation. I love you. I'm here. It's whack. I love you so much. It's like, what do you need that is so important? It's incorporative. It's open. It's there. Wake up. I'm holding on. I don't know where, but I'm there. We are transit. Yep, we are. We think. Michelle, get over the hump and move along. Mama loves you. I'm here. We are here. It's all it seems. Stay strong. I kiss your head. It's all light, love. It's here. It's all along. The opening is endless. I told you. Step back and look. Look at the quest. You must stay strong ahead. There is no channel. Child, you got this. Stay strong. You got this. All along, we are here. We are on track. You see it fully, and it's all right. Sandra said that she heard Eva, Mary, yes, found even Mother's Day music, Saturday, when you need it, first day open, like her, I don't follow, Mama, we do, always, Mom, nobody look past, Cat, and my name, she said. What did you guys get?
It was weird because I got like, I don't know what Bill got, but it was just everything I said. I heard her name, love you, keep yourself, just keep yourself on the right track, look ahead. And I do feel that, there might be some things that she probably, regrets, that she's not there with you, but she's Michelle. I've told you when I read you, when you first met you, she's with you. And that's
always.
That's confirmation. And the fact that you called into the show, maybe you said you just wanted to call in, but I do feel that you were meant to call in to connect with her. So I just wanted to say thank you for calling in and getting that reading done. It's the same thing, but it's just in a different way. And I know that there's a lot of white noise, but that's the way it is on the other side. There's like different phrases that you will
so
hear.
Much energy and light and everything. There's so many things going on.
So there's a lot of things going on the other side. So you have to really try to close out whatever's around you to listen to the session.
I think what she's saying is she loves you. She's there for you. This is a really hard time, But at this time, you have to move on. And she's not saying, like, don't mourn her, whatever, because mourning is the natural process. But at this point, we have to move quickly and adapt and overcome because there's so many obstacles in our way, and she's looking out for you. But she loves you. She's there with you. She wants you to know that, and she wants you to be strong because she knows you are, and you need to adapt and overcome and get past this hurt. And it can be overzealous and overbearing because, I don't know, people say that losing your kids is the hardest thing, but I've lost both my parents, and for me, that was so hard, and I've lost kids too, but I don't know. For me, the connection is kind of the same. Your kids and your parents. It's so hard to lose them because they're such a big part of your life. But she's there with you no matter what you're going to go through. She wants you to be strong, persevere, adapt, and overcome because this is the time to do that. These are crazy times right now that we're going through, and I don't think any of us thought we'd be here right now, but she's there with you. And I think there's others there too that I heard with her that are saying, yes, adapt and overcome. Could be aunts and uncles or brothers or whatever. There's other people on the other side that are there with her, like cheering for you and rooting for you to get through this because they know you can. And they know it's so hard to let go of that as a human being. Like on the other side, like this is the best freedom whatsoever. But for us as human beings, letting go of that spirit, that energy, that love that we knew, it's very hard for us, and it's very heartbreaking. But if we knew the true truth, we'd be so happy. You know, we'd be overjoyed that they're over this. You know, this was...
They're not suffering. They're not suffering no more. Yeah.
This is an amazing experience, and we are spiritual beings having this human experience, and for us to know each other. And I guarantee, sister, you and your mom knew each other in past lives several times. This is not the last time. So do not mourn it. Just look forward to the future.
Thank you for that validation, because I did tell her that too.
Try not to cry.
Well, you know, stay strong, like your mom said.
Yeah. Me too. I'm like, you're breaking my heart. But I feel you, sir.
You know, it would be recommended.
I appreciate it. But I love you, Michelle, and I'm here for you. You know, I'm your friend, and I know that you haven't heard from me in a while, but I did need a break, and I'll tell you after the show what's been going on. Okay. One thing I will let you know is that for the past 2 readings that I did for Cassie, I don't know what it is. I really can't really tell you too much, but remember how you said that you kind of felt like it was just like she's not going to listen to us? Well, I had talked to other people and told them about this case. I'm going to introduce you to them maybe another time. But just know that for some time I've been so tired. I don't even know why. But I kind of had to step back. Yeah, I had to step back for a while to recharge my energy.
I did too.
But we'll talk about that after
I was just curious what Bill was picking up because he was about to say something, and I want to hear what he was going to say.
Well, definitely what resonated was stay strong. That came through really strong. I felt that strong vibration. And, you know, we are in troubled times. So, you know, your mom is saying, you know, basically stay strong and also, you know, kind of move forward now through it all. Your mom's always going to be around. So the thing we have to remember is, you know, in life now is there's always obstacles, like Tessa said. So this is the time that we have to be most at our ability to deal with, you know, problems that occur and stuff that come along. So that's important. And I would recommend, too, listen to the show and the recording after, on speaker is a good place to listen to it. And, listen to the session. That way you can hear the voices and that. You could recognize maybe some voices in there and so on. Okay? Yeah. And it's always good to wear headphones and turn the volume up.
Yeah, I definitely recommend that. Like, listen back because you know things like coming from Chris or me or whoever, but especially your mom and others on the other side that were shooting words in there too. Like, they're all behind you and they believe in you and they can do this. And I know right now it's a really heartbreaking time and it's really hard. Like, for me, I've children and I've lost parents, and for me it's the same sort of pain. Like, this is a friendship, a best friend, like things that you can't get back, but they're there no matter what. Even though you can't see them, you can feel them in a certain way, but not the same way as hugging them and stuff, but they're still there, and it's a little different. You have to, like, open your mind and comprehend it differently, but don't give up. Don't let it get you down, because right now is not the time to get down, sister. Like, if you're going to get down and dance, that's different, but don't get down in emotions and yourself. Like, if you start to belly up, that's not going to be good. You got to keep swimming, keep moving forward. I know you want to be stagnant and just, like, envelop this situation, but you can't right now. You got to keep swimming, keep moving forward, and persevere. Like she said, adapt and overcome. Get through this, and they're behind you every step of the way. And guess what? You're not going to be without her for a long time. Eventually, you guys will be together again. And even in the next life, you guys are going to be together. Just know it. But it's so hard being an individual in this human epidemic or episode or whatever we're going through. We feel selfish for doing it, but we do miss. Yeah. Like, you're alone, but you're not. You're never alone, because she's always there with you. Even though it's different, she's still there with you. So just, like, what I would do is, like, put my dad's jacket on my pillow or whatever, like, to where I could still hug him, because it's different. Like, you can hug that energy, but hugging something physical as a human being is different. But just know, sister, she's still there with you, and I don't know if she's come to you in a dream. She might wait a little while, but she's going to come to you in a dream, and she'll let you know everything's okay. She is there with you all the time. Like, she can be omnipresent. She could be with your siblings. She could be, like, wherever else. She is still there with you all the time. Being a spiritual individual is pretty magnificent. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but I'm glad that
like,
we met.
if I call her, like, she'll be there, right? Like,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure.
and I'm glad that I met you, and we, and you're not alone. So just know that you have me and everybody that that you're with people that I'm introducing you to. You have a whole nother family, so just know that you're loved. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And
Thank
you're
you for
not
having
alone,
me.
sister. And if you ever need to reach out to us, reach out to me or Chris or whoever.
All right.
Just know your mom with you always. She is. She loves you. And it's like those times that you really, really miss them, or you really wish they were there. That's when they're really there. Like, that's because you're feeling their energy and you're like, man, I miss that. Man, I wish they were here. When in reality, they are really there with you. It's just different. It's a different spectrum. So you kind of have to open yourself up to that. It's so different.
Yeah, it is.
I feel for you, sister, because I've been there. I lost both my parents, and I know what you're going through. It's so hard. That's like your best friend.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Yeah, but we'll talk later.
Still is.
But we'll talk later on the show, and then hopefully you'll still be up, because I got stuff to tell you, and we'll talk later.
Okay.
And then if you want, you can listen to the show by either staying on the phone, but you have to mute
I'm
yourself.
so glad you called in.
I'm glad you did, Lynn, and thank you for
I'm glad I've been too. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Love and light to you,
welcome.
sister.
Be strong and take care.
That was a beautiful
You got this.
That's one that was just amazing. Wow.
My heart. Be still, my heart. Hoi.
Wow. That call was actually really weird.
No, that was not weird. It was different. It was amazing. Like, I don't know.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it's very amazing and it touches, like her to the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No
It touches my feelers.
Yeah, we all go through that, and it's just amazing how spirit just works. Yeah, and I miss my grandma too, but I know that she's my guide, and
that's what she was saying in the first place. The ether's whack. And it's true. The ether is whack, because even though she's there with you in a spiritual realm, she can't be with you in the physical realm. The ether is whack. This is how it works. We're on different levels, different dimensions, so on and so forth. Even though we're still there with each other, the ether, like your mom said, the ether's whack. She said it in her own words. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a good description, I guess. So.
Oh my God. I'm trying not to cry.
But maybe she did it to make you laugh, and that you would join her again. So we're all gonna go sometime. Some of us sometimes we
Yeah.
try to do a lot of things, and sometimes we accomplish
Ain't none of
dreams.
us gonna live forever.
Yeah, in our dreams, sometimes we don't get a chance to appreciate life, and then when we go, that's when some of us have unfinished business, and some of us don't finish it. That's why some of the spirits on the other side, they they do a lot of roaming around because they feel like they have to still be here. So
Man, I don't want to let her go, but we really do have to move on to our next caller because we have
I don't
callers.
even
So we
know
have.
it's still on. I was being quiet. Didn't hear me more.
well, you just have to put it on me. But can she still listen to the show?
Yes, you can
Tessa,
stay on
does
the
she have
line and listen in, and you're the 337, right? You're 337,
Yes.
so I won't call on you again. Yeah, free to mute your phone and stay on the line. But yeah, sister, for you, and yeah. That's when she said, the ether is whack. It's whack, but it is what it is. And we go,
Wow.
So our next caller, oh my gosh, we got another caller coming in too. Our next caller is Mr. Wayne Fisher. Chris,
Lately, Bill, you'll be surprised where I've been dreaming at. Location-wise.
Oh, is it over in Europe?
No, that's the surprising part. It's
Yeah.
not abroad.
Oh, it's low, or in the United States, or
No,
North America?
Prince Edward Island.
Oh, other side of Canada.
Yeah.
PE, as we refer to it. Yes.
Yeah. And I kept. I was about connected.
Okay. Hello. Hi, over here. He would like to know Edward Island in Canada. What connection does he have with Phoenix is Edward Island? How does it have connection to Edward Island? Do you know? What do you know about that? You guys talking amongst yourselves again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who knows about Christopher's connection to Prince Edward Island? Does he have family limits connected to Prince Edward Island? Does anybody know? Well, what do you know about it? You know, Christopher would really like to know.
She's right here.
Oh. What do you know? What do you know about that? Where's the connection with Christopher and Prince Edward Island? Can you tell me? I know Christopher would really like to know. Okay, well, thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay.
That's a lot of conversation.
Yeah. I found it a little bit difficult to really pinpoint what they be saying there, Christopher. So The energy was really different in the sense from the other sessions, so I don't know how you're connected, but obviously...
The place feels different to me than the rest of Canada.
Oh, yeah. You may have family at one time that lived there, I guess, so I don't know. So
it would be interesting to look into this.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's weird that you say that, Bill, because when they were talking, I know directly they were talking among each other like, I'm going to put it, like they weren't even paying attention, or there was nothing that was significant to him. But they heard what you were asking, but they were talking among each other like, I guess the question that you were asking, but he didn't get the, I guess, the answer that you wanted, if that makes sense.
Well,
a lot of times.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll address that sometimes when they are talking amongst themselves to kind of remind them.
Yeah, and I'll hear you do that sometimes. You're talking amongst yourselves, you're laughing amongst yourselves. Like, okay, we're over here, we're waiting for you to speak up towards us. So, like, you know,
get their attention. Or, not to be rudely interrupting them, but try to get, certain information.
Well, and I kind of feel like they know he's been reaching out so many times, and I got, hello, yeah, we care, all stops, commuted, you'll live, it's there. Quick commute, it's all there. It's like venom. In time, you will know. It's in the next life. Don't worry yourself. You are not to know. We are there on the island. You will be there. In the ether, we will be. We are not. Yes, madam. The writing, we are there. Sugar, well, it's on tap. We there. Looking at you. We know. You want to know. No, you're there. Be patient. In time. The choreography, wait, there's more. We made it, and I think that's it. But they know that you're interested, you're intrigued, you're constantly asking questions. But I think the more you try to dig into this, because I think you are, in a certain stasis where you have more questions than most people would about the other side, and they're just saying, take a moment and enjoy this life you're living right now, and don't worry about the next, because you're going to be there in time, in the ether, and they're there waiting for you, soaking up the sugar and honey and whatnot that's over there. Don't worry yourself with what's on the other side. You will be there in time, and just enjoy, like you've been posting on Facebook and stuff, these different experiences you've been having. Enjoy that. Enjoy the human experience, because you'll be back on the spiritual side in the end. That's kind of what I picked up from what they were saying.
Yeah.
It's just a little different.
Yeah, I would like to say to Christopher, eventually we'll all be over on the other side. So, yeah, we just, sometimes if we push questions too far, they may pull back a little bit. So we have to kind of, I tend to tread a little lightly sometimes when I do sessions on some stuff. So, yeah,
so if I get a dream like that, wait a while before I ask.
Yeah.
Well, or wait for the next dream, or write it down in your dream journal and take notes and what it meant to you or what it could mean, so on and so forth. But, delving into the other side so much, my dad used to say, that's what happened to your mom. That's why she died so early. And I'm just like, I'm still going to delve into the paranormal. I'm still going to try people on this side and the next and try to help them. But, he was saying that's why your mom died so early. Like, my mom died at a very early age. I think she was like 34 or something. But he's like, that's why what happened to her happened. And I'm like, seriously, Dad? I don't think so. I think there's different stories for everybody. But if you dig too much, they'll be like, okay, well then come on to the other side, is what he was trying to say. So just enjoy this human experience, because not everybody has the luxury of living this life. Although to us it could seem very hardcore and somewhat like hell on earth or whatnot. It depends on the whole experience, but just enjoy it for what it is. And do keep track, do your legacy as far as your genealogy, so on and so forth, but don't delve too deeply. There's a point where it's healthy, and there's a point where it becomes obsessive. So don't obsess too much, because then they might be like, okay, well, if you want to know so much, come on over to the other side, and we'll show you. So yeah, don't be too eager to go over there so much, is what I feel they're trying to say. Just enjoy this. We're on the island. We're expecting you. We'll see you soon.
If you get a dream, when's the best time to ask?
I would say June. I would say.
I mean, if you had a dream like that, how long should you wait before they're willing to talk to you?
Well, I would say during your dream is when you should be talking to them. When you wake up, write it down in your journal. When you go back to sleep, if it happens again, ask again. But otherwise, just like, I don't know. I feel like you're digging too deep.
I was going to say, for Christopher, what I usually do when, and this is where you have to have control, because some people can control their dreams and others can't. I don't know with you, but with me, when I astral project to someone's house or they call me for assistance, I talk to them on the other side. And it's like me talking to you right now. So whatever questions you have, ask while
at
you're
the
there.
moment. Yeah.
At the moment. Because
I don't have that ability yet.
Well,
work on it. And you can even practice it in your head. Like when I used to play basketball and volleyball, one of the things that my gym teacher taught me, do it internally, like in your mind. Practice these things in your mind, even though you're not doing it physically. If you go over these activities in your mind repeatedly, eventually you'll master it. And it's amazing how you can do that because it does work.
Yeah.
So, don't like obsess about it, but think about it like, how can I communicate with these people? How can I do it better next time? And it is hard sometimes. Like I've had dreams. Okay, I only saw my mom twice. First time, I was able to have a full lengthy conversation with her. Second time, it was like years and years later. I was 6 the first time. Second time, I think I was 17, so it was about 11 years later. And I couldn't even say anything. I was so overjoyed to see her, and my heart was like so happy that I was just crying happy tears. And I couldn't say anything because I was just so overwhelmed, and she just smiled at me. We didn't have to say anything. We just knew what each other was thinking, basically, you know? So don't overcomplicate the will. Make it what it is. Practice it in your head. How can I say this? Practice speaking things or picking up things through your mind. I don't know. I'm in other people's heads all the time.
Wow.
It's so weird. But practice that with your mind. Do mind exercises.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Imagination is one thing, but imagery on accomplishing something is something else, and so that's important too. Is your intent too, Christopher. Look at your intent, where you want to go with it, and so on.
Yeah, I have no interest in going to the other side.
Well, on that note, you guys, we do have to go to our second musical break. On this break, we got Griff with Let Freedom Ring. We got Tamara Bubble with I'm It, Natural Born Winner. Prime Example with Dancing Machine. If you ain't boogieing into this, you ain't boogieing into nothing. Might as well be pushing up daisies. And Tamara Bubble again with Pringles. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this musical break.
Okay, yo, here's the scoop. You can still be a slave, yo, whip the loop. That's the truth. Got big houses, nice cars. That's real cute, but it doesn't mean nothing. You ain't free to choose. When I say free to choose, no alarm clock, don't gotta hit the snooze. The world is backwards, I'm so confused. They say freedom of speech, but when you speak your mind, they blow a fuse. Just being honest, common sense and common. It's kind of ironic. My freedom, I recently bought it. Now I'm a target. If I do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing, come on, man. Let freedom ring. Yeah. United states become divided states. The world is filled with all kinds of shades, and still resegregate. Parents separate from the children, that's not okay. We should be free to laugh and play. Do it now, before you pass away. Fight for what's right, enough for everybody to get a piece of the pie. Brainwash, social media, full of lies. Go to work, pay bills, then you die. Need a breakaway, guns, get rid of the AKs. Our ancestors paved way since the slave days, but we still hurting. Carry that burden, stop playing victim, beat the system. Love is love, it should be shown. Can't grow unless you leave your comfort zone. This I know, I learned all this from the mentorship. Kids don't know what independent is. Take advantage what your parents did. Go against the grid, you have to. Like going to the bathroom, learn the right songs. Cause of Matthew, liberty like statue. They call now the present, cause it's a gift. It should be cherished, last name fearless, not Harris. All thanks to my parents' parents. Now, love the last name every time that I hear it, cause I know what it represents. Climb the fence, so now I got freedom. Such a beautiful thing. Freedom. Such a wonderful thing. Freedom. Such a beautiful thing. Freedom. Such a wonderful thing.
Just make hits. Yo, I don't do all that posting, naked pics for likes, and I ain't make this up. I can't fake this. Seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, barely. I'm a natural winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner, cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that. Cause I'm seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Bentley. I'm a natural winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner, cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that. Cause I'm a lover and a fighter and a giver and a pleasure and pain and boss deliver it out. Yeah, I make this look real easy. Everybody hate Chris, but I'ma win like Breezy. But I started later on the way to the top and can't stop, so don't push not one button on this elevator. They try to push my buttons to start levitating, rise above it all. I can tell that you fake when you're shaking my hand and a smile on your your face shows me even you're greeting and meeting and love is hating. I'm actually amazing, but modestly saying I ain't waiting for co-signs or playlists, cause I ain't nowhere close to my greatness. I don't do all that boasting, just make hits. Yo, I don't do all that posting, naked pics for likes, and I ain't make this up, I can't fake this. Seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, being lit. I'm a natural born winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner, cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that, cause I'm seeing it, loving it, feeling it, breathing it. Saying it, doing it, running it, being lit. I'm a natural born winner. I'm the one that you invite to meet your parents for dinner, cause I can take a couple L's and I'ma bounce right back. Just so you and all your friends can hit the bounce like that, cause I'm the one you gon' call when you're lonely. I'm the new girl on the block, you gon' show off to your homies. I'm telling you now, we gon' vibe in the booth. How you crave another feature like I'm your sweet tooth. All my people wanna see me shine, but I don't pray for you to fall, cause I don't play with karma. When I slide through, it's gon' be bad timing. Like, watch out, little homie, watch out. I'm
been poppin' like
Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip. I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Big bank, baby, money grip. I be stacking them chips. Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip. I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Big bank, baby, money grip. I be stacking them. I ain't never been afraid of a strange beat. New track from the crates, but the same me. Lights on, bills paid, bring the same heat. Couldn't picture me spend the same unless you bring me. Low key, humble brag, never change me. New money coming in the bank's changing. The quarters to dollars to checks every hour. That money coming when I sleep or I shower. That's motivation, that dedication. I can see my dreams, I'm already chasing. That bezel clean, watch me embrace it. I'm a single girl that already taken like a stick-up kid. They already shaking. Old Harlem, Brooklyn, being known for break-ins. Bubble on deck, being known for caking. Stacking and saving and move up out the hood money. This that, we been eating good money. This that, really wish you would, homie. This that, see you laughing but broken funny. So get up out the hood, homie. Ain't no rentals over here, dummy. And no, they don't really think that we own it. Who we been poppin', look on. Love the money, but the money love me long time and on. Yeah, them bills, so got the money with my own ground. That move up out the hood money. This that, we been eating good money. This that, really wish you would, homie. Who we been poppin' like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip. I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Big bank, baby, money grip. I be stacking them chips. Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip. I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Big bank, baby, money grip. I be stacking them. I ain't never been afraid of investing. I'm talking more than dice games and I'm scratch offs. Lottery jackpots and hundreds of millions. So who you think they making money on the backs of? Ain't no gambling today. Ain't no gambling with my money that I built up. Got my money strong, yeah, my money long. It's my money zone. Not one business, but no business. Natural growth, I mean no business. New growth like my natural hair. Yeah, I'm 10 toes down on the show business. Like back up off, man. Ain't no move around, no business. Bring the track up with the tracks out in the booth. Way steady running your mind, talking this and that. But it's that, move up out the hood money. This that, we been eating good money. This that, really wish you would, homie. This that, see you laughing but broken funny. So get up out the hood, homie. Ain't no rentals over here, dummy. And no, they don't really think that we own it. Who we been poppin', look on. Love the money, but the money love me long time and on. Yeah, them bills, so got the money with my own ground. That move up out the hood money. This that, we been eating good money. This that, really wish you would, homie. Who we been poppin' like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Pringles in the whip. I be stacking them chips like Pringles in the can. All the money really got me dancing. Big bank, baby, money grip. I be stacking them chips.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. Tonight we are joined by Mr. Bill Hauser, a.k.a. Can Dewey, as well as Psychic Chris Garcia for the psychic input. Welcome back, you guys, and thanks so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies.
Well, welcome to be back. And where's Bill? He's too quiet.
I'm here. I'm
Okay.
just sitting back.
I was kind of rude to you.
Conversation.
I was like, he's not talking.
I just figured if I said his name, he might arrive. It worked.
Yeah, I'm here, guys. Don't worry.
All right.
So I think we ended on Chris, or was it Robin? Was it Chris we ended on? Was it Sir Robin? I don't know. I know we have
Our
several
last
people
session was with Christopher Fisher, so...
It ended on me.
Yeah.
So whoever's next, I don't know
who. So, okay, 773. Is that our caller on hold?
That's me. That's me.
Okay.
It's Eva. I'm back.
Hello, Eva.
You're back.
Yeah. I got disconnected. And I was like, right when the session was just starting, I was like, no. And then I couldn't get back in to listen to you guys. It was like giving me the runaround. And I was like, what is going on?
So I know we have an area code 425, a 385, 337, and 210. So I believe our next caller is 425. But before we go, was it Eva or Chris somebody had something else to say, but they didn't want to say it until this next portion of the show.
Oh, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to just give you guys some confirmation on some of the words that came through.
Mm-hmm.
And during the spirit box session.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. Well, biggest confirmation was Ethel Park.
Yes, I was like, I recognize it, but I don't know where it's at. Whittle Park.
Well, I looked it up, and I ran to talk to my sister. I said, Ethel Park, where is that? And she didn't figure it out, but I figured it out. And it's actually Ethel's Park Forest Preserve, and it actually is located near the town he lived. It's like part of the town he lived in.
Oh my gosh, that's what I got, right? Was the Ethel Park?
Yeah, that did cut through. So.
Yeah. He lived in Lake Villa, and part of that forest preserve is connected to Lake Villa and Antioch, which is right next door to the town he lived in.
And Ethel's
Park. And that's a town. Yeah, and that's it's Ethel's Park Forest Preserve. And
when
that's
that stuff
where
happens,
he wanted.
Yeah, when that stuff happens and it like reconfirms like what I heard or what anybody else heard, like it's a reconfirmation of I actually heard that, and that is true to form of what's going on. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, it definitely has meaning there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did your uncle go into that park quite a bit? Was that
yeah.
Yeah, I figured so. Yeah.
Yes, he was there. He picked plants there, different kinds of plants there, and that's the place he wanted us to take our kids to teach them fishing.
Okay. Yeah. So it had a lot of meaning to him, so that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Goonies.
Goonies! I got that too!
Yeah, Goonies.
Goonies, okay.
He referred to his sons as the Goonies.
Oh my god! So weird. Yeah. I was like, I didn't type because I'm like, who would type that? But that was one of my favorite movies. I'm like, I got that. Goonies. What does it mean? His sons. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, and that's like, it's all right, you know. They're behind you, you know.
Ooh.
And then Jim, and then in tow, I have a cousin Jim in Wisconsin that was close to him, and he works with cars and works on cars.
Oh my
so
gosh.
he, you know, Jim probably wants his truck towed.
Okay.
That he was the property.
Yeah.
No
That's
joke.
So extreme. Oh my gosh, mind is blown.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, oh my god, I have to call back in because I got so much confirmation from a word that came through.
I was like in doubt, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. Does it make sense? Everybody else is saying Goonies, all this stuff. I'm so glad you did, because I'd be like trying to watch that movie and see like, what does it mean?
Well, it's great clarification, and also, you know, had meaning to your uncle. So that's the important, you know, his son's being called the Goonies and that favorite park. So yeah, that's amazing.
Yes. That's why I was like, oh my god, I have to call back in. I got goosebumps on that one.
Yeah, me too. Now I have to shave tomorrow. I keep saying that, and I never do. But I'm so glad you did call in and you know, reconfirm what you picked up on. Because, yeah, it means a lot to me because we do question ourselves and what we're picking up on. Is this real? Is it? This is what I heard, so I have to share it. Because they come to us and they try to share this message. We are just a tool, basically. You know, we're spiritual beings having this human experience. We're tools. We're here to help each other. And so I'm so glad those things came through. Oh my gosh, it means so much. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good confirmation. Like, I consider myself doing this as like a messenger, but I go a little further and say, you know, I'm an affiliator. I'm allowing the use of the ghost box and communicating and asking the questions of the people that come to me. So, yeah, it's good to get that kind of confirmation.
I'm so grateful you called back.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys so much. That was like awesome.
You.
Yeah.
Oh my god. My heart is exploding right now. So the next caller we have is Mr. Not Mighty Man, Brave Sir Robin. What's up, Sir Robin?
Not much right now.
How you doing, Robin?
I'm doing good. But so my question is, it's not about a person, but I would like to know why I am good at martial arts.
Oh, okay. So it's more of a question about an activity of your thing. You are active in martial arts, if I may ask?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Well, let's see what the ghost box says about all this. Hello. I have Robin here. He has a really interesting question. Why is he so good at doing martial arts? Why is he so good at doing martial arts? What do you know? He obviously is very suited at it, if he's good at it, so what would you like to tell him? What would you like to tell Robin? What would you like to tell Robin there? What belt does he hold in martial arts there? Robin, what type of arts do you do? Are you into Taekwondo or karate?
Taekwondo, Hapkido, and Tai Chi Chuan.
Okay, 3 different ones. Okay. So what belts does he hold? Do you know?
Yeah, what?
Do you know? Do you know what belts he holds in these different martial arts?
Like that.
Do you have a message for Robin?
Is there an APM?
Do you have a message? Do you have a message that might pertain to his activities in martial arts? Words of wisdom, maybe?
Scrolling. Really?
Do you have a message for him? Ready in what way? You know, I'm pushing it. What questions do you have? Do you have any questions for Robin?
You'll drop.
What would you like to tell Robin? I think he would like a message. You have a message for him?
Pardon?
When Robin does martial arts, does this help him in his spiritual connection in life? Does this help him to be grounded?
Yes.
That's good.
$3,000.
What? What does that mean, 3,000? So does the martial arts help Robin in many ways in his personal life as well? Learning these special arts?
Hold on.
Does it help him in his personal life doing these martial arts? Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Good. Good. Oh, he's on the right track then. It gives him discipline. I know martial arts teaches discipline. And that's working for Robin, I guess.
Robin.
Okay, do you have anything in final you'd like to tell Robin? Anything in particular you'd like to tell Robin?
Keep it coming.
Okay. Well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
Man, I can't hear the last thing. Woo!
Yeah,
I got a lot.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Oh my gosh. My back hurts now. That's a lot of weight.
For
So what'd you get?
$3,000, that was a pretty interesting
Yeah,
comment.
didn't you hear that too? That was weird.
Oh, yeah. Like, where's that coming from? But, yeah, it was interesting. I think overall what I'm getting is they're happy that you're doing martial arts. I know martial arts helps in discipline in life and, you know, what you have to learn in doing martial arts. So that reflects in your daily life as well that you can apply. So I think that's great.
Yeah, it helps in meditation is what I heard on the other side.
Yeah.
And I also heard, too, that it's good for balancing things.
Yeah. It's in a way like a form of grounding, doing martial arts, too.
So that's why you connect with spirit, Sir Robin.
Yeah. I heard the word black.
Oh.
Well, that's black belt.
Oh, could be. Yeah. I heard something about brown. Sandra said she heard Eva Marias found even Mother's Day. This could be from the last one. Saturday, when you need it. First day open like her. I don't follow. Okay, so I think that was from the last reading. What I got on this one, oh my god. We are there in the park. We are there. It's not a question. If I lift you, would it be centrifugal? You can do it. Oh, that's hard. Wear the right shoes. You can. Adapt and grow strong. Never give up. Keep building. It's terrible when people don't let go. Keep going. You know. That was the belt. Brown mustard belt. He's strong. So glad he is doing this. Quite glad. We know you've got a tornado. He is kind of aching at. He needs. He wants. He has this. As long as he goes in full fold, not in a parking lot hobbyist, he really can be certified. But really, really, it taught, it's only taught along these lines, it's sturdy, full fold, an airdrop, he may be frequent, pardon, he is what he may seem indiscriminate. He is strong. He can do it. Yeah, it's done. $3,000. We found it. 3,000 is the stronghold. It's hard to show. It will. Gunther knows. It's prevalent. It is archaic. Hold on. Yeah. Yes, he can. Oh yeah, it's not just a hobby anymore. He is Robin. He is quantum. He is deep. Never mind, Joe. Oh, keep Robin. And then that's when we cut off. Sandra's got something going on here. Let me come down here. Sandra got wait, good. We got ahead. Patrick, what? God, survive. Ether, atheist. I believe it's called certified. Mike is coming. Turn here. Slow down. He'll drop. You're different. Pardon. Choke in ways. On it. Watch. Tessa. $2,000. I could use that. Stuck. It was good. Choose. Hold on. Yes, he can. Nick. Apprehend and stop. Nick said, huh? And Sandra said, thought I heard your name. But she heard my name too, so that's interesting. What did you get?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a lot of similarities. I found that, like I'm going by also my feeling too, that Robin is grounded by doing martial arts, so it's helpful. I'm just curious, what kind of belts do you hold in your different martial arts that you told me earlier, Robin?
Well, I'm a black belt in Hapkido, brown belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, Sir Robin.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and those were mentioned on the Ghost Box, too, so that's like a type of, what is information then? Because I did ask about what belts you hold.
Wow.
And, didn't someone say that he can't get certified, or the word was just certified?
Yeah.
Certified
mustard belt.
I'm going to ask you, Robin, by any chance, I'm going to ask you a question.
What that was about is that you can, where I get taught at, you can get certified to be a teacher.
That's what I was doing.
That's cool.
Okay.
I think that'd be good for you.
Yeah.
And you know where that comes from? But I got to remember when they said the money. I think that he's gonna own a studio. That's where I got the money from. That's what I picked up.
I got 3,000. Sandra got 2,000. So maybe it's between $2,000 and $3,000 to open that up. Or yeah, that'd be awesome, and that'd be a good outlet for you because you don't have to do all these activities. I know you have problems with seizures, so on and so forth. But if you can teach people, I know you have it to where you can instruct people, and they can be doing the activities while you're observing, and you're still taking in that energy, and you're still learning from that too. But oh my gosh, that'd be interesting.
You'd be great being a leader of a dojo.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of a joke, but I'm not going to share it on the show because we don't have enough time because we do have several callers. But you guys finish up, and I'll save that for the after party.
I have a confirmation for you, Bill.
What's that?
I got contacted through my DNA matches by someone on PEI Island.
Oh,
I went and checked after I left our session.
Very nice.
Oh.
And I asked them what it meant was said is that the island's very exclusive, and I was given suggestions how to talk to ancestors there because her family's been there 400 years.
Okay, so I don't want to talk too long about this stuff, and I know we have these different upsweeps and things that you're realizing, and we can talk about this in the after party because I don't want to cut you off because I am so interested, but I want to let other people get in here too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to you after a show. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. No worries. And I'm not saying you're being a problem. I'm just saying let's hold this for afterwards because we're all together. We know we can share this. I have a 385. Yeah, I have a 385, a 337, and a 210. Is 385 on the line right now?
Yes, I am.
Hello.
Hello.
Who are we speaking with?
This is Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Just going through a bit things, but doing okay so far.
Did you have a question for Bill or the Ghost Box?
Yeah. My husband's father passed a while back, and there's some things going on with his belongings, and we're not understanding what way to go with this, what's going on with it, and we just want to receive some messages. Like, we're wanting to invest in a taco stand, and I myself am very spiritual, but I'm having a hard time connecting with him other than my dreams, and I still can't remember my dreams, so I've been kind of getting blocked a little bit.
Okay. So this is your father-in-law, I would assume?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, Nicole, we'll see what we can do here to make contact. Hello. I have Nicole here. She would like a message from her father-in-law. Is there a message from her father-in-law regarding things to do with the will? Is there something that the father-in-law needs to convey? A message, maybe, to Nicole? Nicole would really like to get a message from her father-in-law, or say her... What's your father-in-law's first name, Nicole?
Gary.
Pardon me?
Did you ask me what his name was?
His first name.
Yeah, it's Gary.
Gary? Okay. Gary? Nicole would like to know, is there a particular message regarding the estate that you have? Is there something in particular you need to tell her, Gary?
I heard him.
Is she on the right track with what she would like to do with the money side of the will? Do you have anything in particular you need to tell her, Gary? Nicole would really like to know. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'd like to know, Gary. Can you tell Nicole, she can hear right now, she can hear you. Is there something you need to convey to her, to tell her? She feels that you have a message of importance. What would you like to tell her? Is she on the right track in, or her family, I should say, and what they would like to do with the inheritance? And are you happy with it? Okay, anything in final you'd like to say, Gary?
Meeting on Monday.
Or is he just...
Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay.
Wow. Interesting.
That was very interesting. Again, it's a very complex situation there for you, Nicole.
Yeah, my husband's going through a lot of things with his dad was going to leave him a truck, and we're getting told thousands of things about it. And like right now, when I was listening to it, I was getting feelings all over me because I'm a big time empath too. But I was picking up on a few other people coming through too, but I'm just not sure who.
Yeah. Well, I would recommend after you can always listen to the show in the archives there, like say with Speaker. And yeah, because a lot of stuff was being said. Some of it gets a little overwhelming, the multiple voices coming through.
Yeah.
But you might have recognized a voice there. Might be another family member saying something as well. So you never know.
I heard the word transferred. I know I heard other things, but they were just talking and talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So and then I heard briefly, and then I heard something about Monday, like a meeting Monday. So, but yeah, so they were talking a lot. So you might just want to do what Bill said and listen to the archives and on speaker. And Tessa can give you that information, so you can pause it and then like make sure you can hear the words, and then you start putting things together. It's like it's a reading, but with the box itself.
So nobody was able to pick up quite. That was all that was able to be picked up.
Yeah, it's basically mentioning like some meeting might take place soon, maybe Monday. Again, I mean, it's hard for me to understand what exactly what all is happening there, but again, yeah, that's where I always recommend when I do radio shows is listen to the archives after and find out. You might even recognize other voices. They were piping in with messages as well, so it might have a relative, something that you might understand more than say I would, of course, because I don't really understand the issues there, but you would definitely would know.
Yeah. I definitely was picking up my mom. I heard her coming through as well. So.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Other family members start talking, and sometimes they'll even speak on their behalf if they don't want to talk about it. So it happens that way sometimes.
Yeah, I got quite a bit. I got, hi, it is me, Robin or Bobby. Yeah, I'm on. We're taught. It is hard. It's a good outlook. It's dark, but there is light. It's scary. It is hard. I am here. Yeah, it's you. You are there for him. Stay strong and not brief. Be there for the long run. Yep, you can do it. There is joy in the future. It's hard, but the passages are here. There is yellow and white. It's like a second. Please transfer 10. We are the most important. Stand still. We are the other side. You cover the DNA. Past life. Teenager. The risk. It's hard. Follow your heart. Take it for a grain of salt. Maybe on Monday. Maybe in the future. You got this. Work it out. Be fair. So just be fair. Use your heart. And, a lot of people that go through this, and I just witnessed this with my mechanic, his brother Davey, which showed up at my doorstep after staying up all night for an after party, showed up, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Hadn't seen him in a long time, and he's just such a happy-go-lucky guy until, just recently he passed, and then his brother's trying to transfer everything, and it's just so hard because everybody seems to come in like vultures. Even people that aren't family members try to pretend they are and try to take over. People are materialistic, and they're like, I need, I want, and it's like, get the fuck out. You're not family. These are family, so you guys know what you need to do, and it can be hard. But I see a Robin and a Bobby and Gary in the mix. I don't know who Robin and Bobby are. Maybe they're past family members or whatnot, but everybody's there to help you out.
Yeah. Bobby's my husband. He's here right now listening. And
Robin?
Wow. Yeah, he's the one that really needs the message. But, with me being very connected with Spirit as well, he's been coming to me, like, last night, the weirdest thing happened to me, or this morning. I was making the way to make potatoes, went to the bathroom, and I was zonked out. My husband woke me up off the toilet. I didn't even remember that happened, and I have scratches on my face, and I don't know what happened there.
That is so strange,
You know,
but this shit is really happening, and people don't realize it. This stuff really happens.
Oh, yeah. More so, but I've been doing a lot of connections with just a lot of healing things like Reiki and things like that. But yeah, I just been wanting to connect with my husband's dad because my husband got into a really bad place because of this whole truck situation, and his mom just has been telling him a lot of different stories. But I'm so glad we needed this. You know, I just got to figure out what this Monday thing is. I think we're supposed to be meeting his mom on Monday, so that I'm not sure if that's what that was about.
Could be. Or maybe you should take care of business, like through the law or whatnot, on Monday. What is your area code again? Because I'm trying to keep track of this. You're the 210?
385.
385. Okay, I don't even see you on here. Oh, there you are. I see you. We have 2 more people listening in. Okay, so is there any other questions that you had? Because I'm trying to cover everybody. I know we got a couple people left over, and this might go a little further than after time, but is there anything else that you needed to know? Oh my gosh, I feel like we picked up on a lot, even names that we didn't even know. That's insane.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was awesome. I heard my mom. I heard her, like, loud and clear.
That is so
But I knew my husband needed to time, so next time I'll go for my mom. But yeah, thank you so much.
Well,
And it's so
welcome,
awesome,
Nicole.
like how they're over there on the other side together. Like for me, it's amazing how that happens. Even though they didn't know each other on this side, they're all together on the other side, and they're trying to help you because they want you to have the best outcome. So that's amazing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you for letting me know you got grandma. I needed it, so.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you hung in there. And if you want, you can stay on the line and just mute your line, and you can continue to listen. You never know, things could like keep coming through for you, but we do have other callers on there. So you're the 773 or you're the 385?
385. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you so much for calling in. That was awesome.
Will do.
No, I don't.
So our next caller is area code 210. Who are we talking to?
Rose.
Hey, Rose. How are
Hi.
you?
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
You sound so quiet.
Oh, I'm always quiet. I just been really sad lately. Crying a lot.
I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? Me too. And I've been doing it like the last 3 weeks, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? I think after all this pressure, I'm breaking down. And then I heard about the pink moon, which is a very emotional moon. So I'm like, maybe that's it. That's why I've been a big crybaby for the last couple weeks on the after party. Like, I feel so bad about it, but how do you feel? Do you think it's the moon, or do you think it's something else?
No, well, I was depressed for a couple of months about that George Floyd thing. And, yeah, like how he died and everything. And it's just something that I can't see. And it depresses me sometimes. So I just, didn't tell anybody about it.
Well, luckily, the whole George Floyd thing came out. A positive aspect, there was a lot of people pulling for a guilty verdict, and they did get that. I know that doesn't make it better. It doesn't bring George Floyd back. His kids don't have him back, so it doesn't make it what it should be, but still there was justice in some sort of realm, you know what I mean? But we do have only like 5 minutes left. So, I don't know, Bill, can we carry on with this after the show and we can do this reading for her? And I think we have one more. Let me see who else we have. After her, we have an area code 337. And I don't want to leave anybody hanging because people are calling in and being patient.
We can do the other one after. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on this last 5 minutes, I don't want to start a reading for her because I think we're going to be interrupted and things aren't going to be the way they need to. So how can people find you, find your YouTube, your website, whatever else you have out there, where they can connect with you and get some sort of ghost box reading for their family members, so on and so forth?
Well, they can find me on YouTube under Kandui. That's one YouTube channel I have. The other one is William Hauser, so they can see kind of what I do when I go out to different places. And also, they can check out my Auto Boom under Kandui. That's where I do my own little podcast, shall we say. I do that occasionally, and there's other audio samples in there to listen to as well. And just go on to Google and put in my name, Bill Hauser, a.k.a. Kandui, and you'll find a lot of information about me. So those are ways you can find out about me.
Very nice. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much for sharing that information so people can reach out to you and find more answers, because they're like, when you lose a loved one, there are so many questions out there that we're asking, like, what did I leave left unsaid? What did they have unsaid for me? And so many things can be answered through the ghost box, so on and so forth. Chris Garcia, how can our listeners find you, get a hold of you for readings, look at what you're doing for other people, so on and so forth?
Yeah, they can reach me on Chris Psychic Garcia on Facebook. They can also find me on Instagram, Psychic Kid _23 or Chris Garcia _79, or you can reach my cell phone 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. And always, it was a pleasure to be your assistant, Tessa and Bill.
Thank you, my lovely assistant.
You're very welcome. But I hope y'all enjoyed this show, and that's how y'all can contact me. I just have the crazy sense of humor.
If I had a bell, I'd be ringing it. Christopher, my assistant. You're so cute. And he did such a good job. He even sat there. Yeah, hello, Chris. We're still here. We're going to do readings after the show for people that had called in for their ghost box thing, because we did run out of time. But we know you're still here, there. Here or there. There, here.
I thought you were
Chris.
talking to me.
No, I was talking to Chris Garcia. But thank all you guys for calling. You two people that have called in, I called out your area code. Please do not hang up, because I really, 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 really would like you to be here when we end this show. But I do have to cut it off, because that's the way things go. But thank you so much, Bill Hauser, also Psychic Chris Garcia, for being here tonight and joining us on Late Night in the Rockies on We Are Paradox Media's. Yeah, Late Night in the Rockies. I'm like, what? Getting tongue-tied. It was awesome. Oh my god. And thank you. Thank you. To all our friends on We Are Paradox Media's Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, iHeartRadio, and wherever else beyond the Omniverse you're listening tonight. It's been a wonderful time, and I can't wait to do it again next month when we have Bill Hauser on. Oh my gosh, we have Psychic Chris Garcia and Bill Hauser on every night. Not every night, but every month. And it's always a good time. Yeah, it's always a good time. We have so many good things going on. It's mind-blowing to me. Both these guys blow my mind repeatedly. That's why I have them on every month. But make sure you tune in, because you don't want to miss it. If you did miss it, make sure you tune in to not only this show, but past shows that we've done together, because there is so much going on, especially last month. It was so mind-blowing. This coming week, we got Supernatural Inc. INK on Saturday. Then we have Mr. Micah Dank on Sunday. You guys don't forget, we are all in this together. Together we can make the world a little better. And together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because without you, there is no us. If you want to join us on the Skype after party, give us a call at 1-970-335-9596. That's 1-970-335-9596. Until next time, night-night, love light. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you back here, same time, same place.